Hey Nerdfighters, good morning. It is March the 6th, 2012 from Gulfport, Mississippi. My name is John Voorhees, and it's great to meet you. For the record, this is not Rouge. I'm a little sunburny from this weekend. Gulfport, Mississippi is not very Nerdfighter friendly. There are some kind of nice things here, but on the whole, the culture is not geared towards the nerd-fighting mind. But I happen to work at Stennis Space Center, which is NASA, which is highly Nerdfighter-centric, and I'm going to take you there and show you some really cool NASA things. Iron and Wine. Definite Nerdfighter music. Marianne, do you remember the train by the river when we were 17? This drive along the coast of the Gulf of Mexico is actually one of my favorite reasons for being in Gulfport, Mississippi, or at least one of the things that makes it tolerable. Look at these trees. It's not like you can't tell that Katrina ever happened around here, but, you know, it's less and less of a serious reminder. A lot of buildings have grown up. Unfortunately, it's not like it was along the coast here. It used to be that there was a great variety of businesses and beautiful homes. And now, well, there's empty lots and condos and casinos and Waffle Houses, and that's pretty much it. Maybe it'll come back someday, but they're going to have to do something about the cost of insurance. Doggy! Hey, doggy! Passing a major cultural landmark here. Yeah. Right there. Okay, we are approaching Stennis Space Center. Starting to see some interesting things happening here. So we got a drawbridge here that's used to bring large rocket engine parts by water. So that's great. Something that deflates the awesome just a little bit of driving into NASA is that this main drag here, remember we're in Mississippi, just on the border, this is called Trent Lott Road. No, I'm not kidding. He's immortalized at Stennis Space Center. Trent Lott Road, which I'm turning off of now onto the nicely named J Road. My name starts with J. I'm not immortalized like Trent Lott, but at least my initial has a road. Alright, here we are. Building 1111. The NASA Shared Services Center. So that's Charles Bolden, the current director of NASA. He's a former astronaut. And I'm not sure who this guy is. Maybe he used to be an astronaut too. Alright, coming from outside, this is where I work. It doesn't look very exciting, really. It's kind of typical Cubeville in a way. But we have something a little unusual, which is that I work in a system of 4 of those guys put together, which we like to call the Quadicle. And it's become sort of nerd central of the IT department, and you can only imagine how nerdy that must be. Opening doors and interactive sound effects. Warp. But this is my station here. Mostly I wanted to focus in, well, of course we've got the various shuttles. I used to have a lot more stickers up here. And let's take a look at my gallery. So we've got quite a few interesting oddments scattered around. This is really kind of the pride of my collection. If any of you knows what this is, it would be great if you could comment, and I know I'm not alone in the world. This is a picture that my little girl Phoebe drew for me. It's me as sort of a beatnik and a big mutant butterfly. It's one of my favorite pictures she's ever drawn of me. And this, of course, is a glow-in-the-dark rubber squid. You know, like you have. This is Coco. Coco has her own name badge, or his own. We're really not sure. But, yeah. It's hard to explain Coco, really. Sort of our mascot. Like to dress Coco up in various ways. Coco has his or her own Facebook fan page as well. Now this is interesting. What do you suppose this is all about? Well, I'll tell you about that in a later video. But I will warn you, it's not a short explanation. I did mention that Coco likes to dress up. Or that we like to dress Coco up. Does it really matter which? This massive mirror ball version of what's called the NASA meatball is up on the 3rd floor lobby. It's kind of surprising they don't have any kind of stage or anything in front of it. There are these pictures all over the walls of the halls that I walk every day. And it used to be that they had a lot of artists' renderings of like cool science fiction-y things. But recently they seem to have changed them to real honest-to-goodness things. I don't know who made this decision, but it's hard to argue. I mean, this is NASA. I enjoy science fiction as much as the next person, but this is real. And this is real. And this is real. And this is tremendously cool and real, and so are these. Okay, so some of the science fiction-y stuff is still here. That's okay. You know, I saw an episode of Doctor Who where this happened. I'm pretty sure this is made by Norelco. And honestly, I don't know what to think of this at all. This is not just real, it's real old. This is real, but it's not one of the most interesting ones. Another mascot we have here at Stennis Space Center. Space geese! Hi, space geese. Don't hurt me. I know you've all been wondering what will take the place of the space shuttle program. Well, here you go! And in case you're wondering why you don't have any footage of me sitting on one of these things, check out the sign, 8 years or younger only. They're not talking about mental age, and it's not like I actually tried to get the camera angle with the picnic bench and failed. Because I totally didn't do that. And now, your Latin for the day. Ex luna scientia. Out of many, one. Nerd jokes, nerd jokes. There is actually a lot more stuff out here at Stennis Space Center than things relating to NASA. NOAA, the National Oceanographic something, is actually pretty darn cool. It's like NASA, except for water instead of space. And so we've got a few things out here to take a look at. So tempting. So tempting. Must climb on... No, must not climb on anchor. Must not climb on anchor. No. I'm walking away now. Check it out, it's the space plane! Everybody remember when the space plane took off into space and they had space dinner and... No, that's not what this is at all. No, this is the commercial remote sensing aircraft. Which all looks pretty cool, and well, what have we here? It's interactive. It's interactive and non-functional. Yay! Well, to be fair, it just said push the button. It never said anything would happen when you did. It just said push the button. There was a time in architecture when people would say, okay, what have we got to work with? Cinder blocks? Cinder blocks, really? Okay, great. How interesting can we make something made out of cinder blocks? And this is the result. This is just really nifty. This is the center part of the NASA meatball brought to real life and metal form right here in front of building 1100. Nice. Very nice. Do not crush insulation. Holy cow. That is a lot of tech. Well, that was a lot of fun, but the sun is setting over the Stennis Space Center, and I must return to my home in Gulfport, so I bid all of you a fondue. I think Yakko Warner said that. I'm not sure. You can correct me in the comments. Anyway, bye. DFTBA.